1059 The Region, covering the most important stories of all, yours.
Joining us right now, Asif Khan, broker, owner, RE/MAX Prime Properties, and a really great friend of 1059 The Region. So good to have you back on the air with us.
Great to be here, Ann.
So you wrote the York Region report for the 2025 RE/MAX Housing Outlook. What is the one word that you think best describes York Region's market this year?
I think this year it would be rebound. We're looking to, and the way that January has started off has been just that, a rebound. There's a lot of people that have come off the fence, and if you're looking at 2025 as a whole and where we think we should be heading, I think there'll be about a 5% increase in average price, which is a very conservative projection. And also, I think sales will be up about 4.5%. Now, sales were down a lot in 2024, but the 4.5%, again, is a conservative increase in number of sales.
And why are people now coming off the sidelines?
There's a combination of different things that have taken place over the latter part of 2024, and mainly interest rates have come down. So people were waiting for a couple of big drops, and we had those at the end of 2024. Also, CMHC introduced some new areas where they could help buyers as well. And one was the 30-year amortization coming back. And secondly, was the increase in the insured mortgage amount from $1 million to $1.5 million. And why that's helping York Region is if you look at the average price in York Region, it's over $1 million. So many of the people were shying away from the region because they would have to put 20% down or more on a purchase price in York Region. Now, with that being shifted to $1.5 million for the insured mortgages, it allows people to revisit York Region as a potential home, and that has really stemmed the excitement. Consumer demand has come back, and we're starting to see a lot of activity just in the first week of January.
And I see that buyer confidence is 8 out of 10. That's great.
It really is. It wasn't that people just decided that they would no longer purchase a home. They were waiting for things to settle down. They're waiting for a better environment for them to get out and shop for their home. And we're starting to see that now, and they're starting to come off that fence.
What's driving the market, or what will in 2025?
In 2025, I believe that the move-up buyers are going to be driving the market. Retirees, especially in the York Region area, we do have an aging population, but we also have first-time buyers moving to the area just because they're trying to get out of the city. They're trying to get out of the condos. They want a little piece of land that their kids can play in the backyard, or get a dog with a fenced yard, and also move down buyers. So we have a good mix in York Region of what's going to be driving demand, and that is certainly going to facilitate all the different areas. So from first-time buyers to we call it right sizing. So you're either moving up or you're moving down, but you're trying to find the right space for yourselves.
You are so clever. So you've been talking about single detached homes. What about condos? And you did touch on that. And condos have had a bad rap, certainly in 2024. What are we looking at in terms of condominium sales in 2025 in York Region?
So in York Region, condominium sales have been fairly flat, just very consistent with York Region. However, what's happening is that we have had a lot of builders put their projects on hold over the last couple of years. And a typical condo building takes about 3 to 4 years to construct. If you look at that and you apply it to where we're at right now we have a lot of inventory for condos across the GTA. We have about 8 months supply. However, that's going to get used up. That's going to get absorbed with the demand that's going to be out there. People are going to start turning to more affordable options like condos. In York Region, we have a lot of areas that are developing, and a lot of condos are coming. So if you look at the Jane and Highway 7 corridor around the subway, if you look at Markham right around York University in downtown Markham, there's a lot of areas that there's going to be high demand for condos, and we're going to start to see the existing inventory absorbed, which is going to put some upward demand on price and also on availability. So we're going to start to see a shortage of condos probably by the end of the year, early 2026, and that's going to drive the condo market back up.
Wow, what a difference a year will make. So let's also talk about market conditions. You're predicting, or you're forecasting, and in what you wrote in the report, that it will be, or could be, or might be, should be a seller's market. What does that mean, Asif?
It means that the inventory that we have in York Region will be absorbed, and we're going to start to see bidding wars. We're going to start to see upward pressure on price. And we've been saying over the last little while, we've been trying to tell buyers that they have a window of opportunity. Now, the thing with real estate, you can't time the market. The market shifts overnight. So it either crashes overnight or goes into a holding pattern, or it just gets on fire overnight. And that's what we've seen. As soon as January started, it was almost like people were waiting for the new year to get going. And we've started to see bidding wars. We've started to see multiple offers. An agent in my office was showing 3 properties the other night. And by the time she had finished showing those 3 properties, all 3 had offers on it and 1 sold. And that's how heated the market has become overnight. So that window of opportunity for buyers is closing very fast. So if you're out there looking for a property and you don't want to compete and you still want a fairly good deal, the time to act is right now for buyers. And sellers are seeing this and jumping on the market. So all the sellers that had been waiting, we're seeing places that had been on sale for 60 days or 90 days and didn't sell. Now all of a sudden they're going on around the same price point that they were priced at, and they're selling. So great news for York Region housing market all around, and we're looking forward to a very busy 2025.
Great job, as always, Asif Khan, RE/MAX Prime Properties. And I say bye-bye to you, but I spell it B-U-Y, B-U-Y.
That's awesome. Thanks, Ann. Always a pleasure to be on.
Access off air using the TuneIn app or by asking your smart speaker. Play 1059 The Region.